My wife walks like she's trying to win the award for slowest walker of the year. Imagine she ties bonnets and walks around slowly, scratching her head and bum. She farts all night. She doesn't do makeup. She doesn't wear anything sexy. She will say she's tired. Hi guys, welcome back to True Tales and Thoughts. So, before we say any other word, let's address the elephant in the room. Obviously, the set is very different from our usual set, and that's because we've been having some technical issues that are way beyond our control. We'll be filming like this for now until we can sort those problems out. And also, I'm going to be reading from my phone because of the aforementioned technical problems. If you enjoyed the video, whatever the case may be. And that being said, let's just get right into it. Today, we're going to be reading some stories from the Instagram page, joroolumofin. Yeah, so as usual, I'm going to have his page linked down in the description box if you want to check his page out. Basically, he's a Nigerian influencer to whom people always send anonymous stories about their lives, their relationships, their families, and all of that. And there are some crazy stories on his page, guys. If you want to check out his page, I'm going to link it down in the description box. You guys can just click the link and go and check out his page. It's hilarious. Trust me. So today, we're going to be reading some stories about people's marital issues. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. I am tired of my marriage and my wife. Hi Joro, good morning. I never thought I would want a girlfriend in my marriage, but I do now. I am bored in my marriage and my wife is not helping. There's no spark again. It feels like I'm dating my grandmother. Yo! My wife is boring. She doesn't know any new movies, songs. There's nothing to talk about. She looks 3 times older than me now. What triggers me the most about my wife is how she walks all day, especially on the weekends. My wife walks like she's trying to win the award for slowest walker of the year. She can take 1 year to walk from the freezer to the television. She doesn't do makeup. She doesn't wear anything sexy. She farts all night and face her bum to my side and face. It's so funny because she wasn't always like this. I have spoken to her. She will say she's tired. She's taking care of the house and children. Last week, we went to a hotel to stay. My wife decided to start cleaning the hotel room for them because she saw a cockroach. I got angry and went downstairs. While downstairs, I saw so many beautiful ladies. I am tired of my wife. I'm going to get a girlfriend. Imagine she ties bonnets and walks around slowly, scratching her head and bum. I am tired. Yo, guys, this is something. Look, let me just give my take on this, right? So I think that when people are married for a while, it can really get boring. It can get boring, but that is if you allow it to. In this situation, the wife, when he talks to the wife about how she is now, she says that she's tired because she's taking care of the kids and the house. I think that that's very valid. It's understandable. Some people think that it's easy to run a house. Guys, if you've never run a house before, you think that, oh yeah, it's just taking care of the kids. That's a job that you never ever clock out of. You never ever clock out of taking care of kids, running a home. There's always something to do. It's like running a business and more. Add some percentage on running a business. That's what it takes to take over a house. Do you understand? Home management is not a joke, especially when there are kids involved, right? So if his wife she's walking around, she's looking battered, and she says it's because she's tired. That is understandable. On the other hand, on the guy's part, he's noticing all these things, and for me, the guy's feelings are valid, because there are some things that someone can do and will just come across so unattractive. Like, how can you do this? You know, it will just come across so unattractive. So I really understand where the guy is coming from. And I also have the impression that when people get married, women and men as alike, they tend to let themselves go. They get so comfortable and they're like, you know, someone that used to put a lot of effort in their looks, how they smell, how they look, how they carry themselves. Because they're married, you can't even recognize them anymore. Like, is this you? They just put on weight, they start acting some kind of way. Like, you feel like they've kind of just abandoned themselves. And then they just get into the routine of daily life. You know, I just wake up, take care of kids, do work. I just work from morning to night, and I'm just exhausted, and I don't care about any other thing. And you can just, it's very easy to fall into that kind of rotation, just never ending rotation. That's totally understandable. So I see where that man comes from. I know men are visual creatures. Like, a man, it's very important to keep up those looks in the marriage. It's very important for men. So if this man was my brother and I wanted to advise him, what I would say is that your feelings are valid, bro. I really get it. Like, it's not easy. Look at the kind of things, like, she just wears bonnet. I can just imagine she'll probably be sweaty, just wearing bonnet and some, you know, like, I don't know what, like, just dragging boo-boo, just dragging herself all around the house. That is really messed up. So I'll tell him, your feelings are valid. You're not wrong for thinking like that. Like, you're not wrong for wanting an attractive wife, a wife that you're attracted to. Your feelings are valid, right? But the first thing I will say is, forget about going out there, because the grass is not always greener on the other side. Do you understand? Those girls you're seeing out there, you have never spent a full week with them. You have never spent a full year with them. They are not the ones who have birthed your children and who care for your children. Do you understand? So what I will say to him is, try to help your wife. She's telling you that she's tired. She's taking care of kids all day. She's tired. So she does not put effort in herself. You know that she was not always like that. And she has become like that after your marriage and after your kids. She getting married to you should make her a better person. But clearly, you can see that she's gone from what she used to be, which you were attracted to now now she is worse off than what she used to be when you guys met. So help your wife. If she's tired, ask her, sit her down in a loving way. I know that right now she's disgusting you because it's just like you see everything wrong with her. But sit her down in a loving way and say, babe, like whatever you call her. For instance, like, babe, say something like, you're the one running the household. I see you, every time you make me these nice meals, you take care of our kids, you're such a good mom. The house is always clean. You know, like, talk to her in a loving way. Give her her flowers. Then ask her how you can help her. Tell her that you see that she's overwhelmed. Like, babe, I see that you're overwhelmed. It's like the work is too much for you. You know, it's like you no longer have time to care for yourself. What can I do to help? Do you want us to bring a house help? Do you want to get some help? Do you want us to discuss with her in ways that you can help her so that she has some time for herself, okay? You guys can come up with a solution. And then when you come up with that solution, gift her stuff. Like, take her shopping, for instance. Be thinking of solutions. Forget those girlfriends, because you never know what you meet out there. But your wife, you already know her. You know how she was before, right? If she's overweight, you can suggest to her that, okay, you know, let's start going to the gym. You're complaining about what she wears at home. You can take her shopping. Say, babe, I want you to start wearing like all the sexy things. Let's go shopping. Let her buy some things that she wants. And then you also add some things that you want to see her in. That's how it is. Forget girlfriends. You can influence your wife. You can mold. Women are very adaptable. With love, you can mold her into anything you want her to be. So if it's that she has too much housework to do, help her. Get her help. Get a house help. Someone who comes a number of times a week or something. Alleviate some of that work. It's not easy. Don't sit there maybe in your office and think it's easy. It's not. So help her. 1. 2, take her shopping. Influence her to change those things that she wears, and then talk to her about it in the most loving way. Make her to understand that you're coming to her from a loving place. Be vulnerable. Open your heart to her. Tell her exactly how you feel, and say it, not sugarcoat, but quote the words with love. Like, let them come out with a lot of love from you, and I promise you that she will change. Do you understand? Unless her own situation is not what I'm thinking, unless her village people are working against her, she will change. And then as for the woman, man, sis, let me just say, if the woman was my sister, what I'll tell her is that, my sister, don't sleep on yourself. It's true that life, responsibilities and everything can get in the way, and you might feel like you are losing yourself, there's just so much to do and all of that. Whenever you need help, ask for help. Just say, I am overwhelmed, I cannot, go and talk to your husband, tell him I'm overwhelmed, I need help, can we get help, this and this, depending on the condition, of course. And get help so that you can get time for yourself, because at the end of the day, before you're a mom, before you're a wife, you were you have your own individuality. There was a way that you were even before you got married and had kids. So try and keep that up. You were taking care of yourself and all whatnot. You had time for yourself, right? Try and be as close as what you were when your husband met you as possible. Do you understand? So that you don't just lose yourself in marriage, because if you lose yourself in marriage, the next thing that comes in is resentment, because after that you look at yourself and be like, yo, so all my life is to be a wife and a mother. Like, what about me? Resentment is going to come in very quickly. Don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. OP should not cheat, and the wife should put an effort to change her appearance. That's what I'm going to say. So the poll says, option 1, get a girlfriend. Women wake up when there's competition. The second option says, record everything she's doing and play for family. Jesus Christ. Another one said, Oga, your eye day outside, they find excuse. Another one said, put in more effort, talk to her every day, beg her. Okay, so you guys, let me know what you think. Let me know which one you voted for. Let's see what people voted. 9% of people voted get a girlfriend. 6% of people said record everything she's doing and play for family. 43% of people said, Oga, your eye day outside, they find excuse. That means he's just finding an excuse to cheat. And then 42% of people said, put in more effort, talk to her every day, beg her. Okay, so the first comment says, how your wife looks is a reflection of how she's been treated and taken care of in her marriage. So to say she's like your grandma speaks horribly of you as a husband. Thank you very much. She was beautiful under her parents, and you married her because of how well she was treated and loved. Do better. Oh, I don't think I've agreed with a comment like this since I started this video. I strongly agree with these comments. Because when you, just as I said earlier, when you get married to a woman, her life is supposed to get better. When you see her struggling, you need to help her. Do you understand? She was beautiful before. He himself is saying it. So how come she's now with you and then she's like a dirty bomb? How come? Do you understand? This comment is very true, honestly. Another person said, oh, Mona, some women, they push their hobby outside, Sha. I know it's not easy with the house chores and taking care of the kids, but it's not an excuse for you to be dirty. Try and put in more effort. She will change. Yeah, he should be loving towards her. He should treat her well. And he should, like, do something. Your wife cannot be like this. She's clearly suffering, help her. She said she's always tired due to house chores, and you ignored that part. Come on, sir, you can do better. Exactly. Another person said, get her a chef, get her a cleaner, and change her wardrobe. Be intentional if you really want her to change. If she's always tired, ease the stress on her. Talk to her sweetly. She just lost interest in herself. Help her gain it back. You will enjoy her. There's nothing out there. Oh, you see the kind of comments that resonate with me. I really agree. Another person said, switch roles for a week. Do all that she does, taking care of the house and children. Then go to therapy after. Good luck to you guys. It's not an easy job, guys. When I tell you that this thing is hard work, like, I'm not even kidding. Another person said, help her get an older mate. She needs help. Call makeup artists to make her up. Buy her dresses, take her out on dates, sometimes take her to the club. Let her use her eyes to see what young girls are doing outside, and she will change. Oh my God. Another person said, get her a maid, take her to the spa, take her to the salon, let her make her hair, help her to look good and regain interest in herself. Another person said, dear poster, the young ladies you're seeing haven't even given birth. They don't have babies they cater for and don't stand in the kitchen 2 to 3 times a day to make meals for a family. They are not overworking themselves. For your wife to start cleaning a place because she saw a cockroach, she must be a really clean person. Please, that woman was never like that before you married her. Help her to go back to her old self. Get her a help. Get her skincare. Register her for women's gym session. Get the type of dresses you want her to wear. She scratches her head. That hair must be really old. Take her to the spa for pedicure, manicure, and hair appointments. Help her restore the beautiful woman you used to know. There's nothing outside, please. Thank you. You know, and the funniest thing is that, right, as the woman is there now, she knows that she does not look good. Do you understand? So I'm sure the thing has even knocked her confidence, right? And by the time she starts looking good, she'll regain that confidence in herself and she'll be more likely to keep it going. Do you understand? Because it will remind her of how things used to be and it will bring her back to a healthier place. Do you get? It's just going to be a rolling stone in a positive way. Once the ball gets rolling, that's it. It will just keep going in the right direction. Another person said, some women think that once you're married, you've reached your final destination. You don't know that marriage requires a lot of sacrifices. To live with one person forever and be seeing each other every day requires sacrifices. Madam, wake up before Fumi collects your husband. The husband is not a bag. The husband has to choose to be collected for him to be actually collected. So, Another person said, you are overworking your wife and now it has become habitual for her. She's clearly overwhelmed. Why not take some stress off her? Get cleaning agency for the house, nanny for the kids, and private chef that will handle some of the cooking so that she doesn't have to cook all the time, clean all the time, or worry about the children all the time. If you do this and she still doesn't have time to now properly take care of herself, then she know waiting they do her. Dear poster, you need to help your wife find herself again. He said himself that she was not like this before. And probably that's when she was living with her parents. She didn't have all this responsibility. Do you understand? So she was able to take care of herself properly. So if he alleviates this stress, I'm sure that she will go back to the way she was before. This one said, get her a maid to do house chores. Person go wash clothes for like 4 people. She no go tire. Take her shopping to get lingerie and sexy wear. Take her to the spa and get her facial done. Get her wigs to install. And also, mother's skincare. Those beautiful girls that are entering your eyes. I like that because your man is taking good care of them. Oga, take good care of yours too. Exactly. Because those girls out there, they probably have their boyfriends or their husbands taking good care of them. And you are over here looking at them lustfully, whereas your wife is back home that you can quote unquote fix and enjoy. Make it make sense. So let's take the second to the last comment. This one says, she literally told you she's overwhelmed with house chores, but you skipped that part like it was nothing. Forgetting that stress isn't good for the human health, emotionally, psychologically, and physically. And one of the many effects is aging. Exactly. He now says the woman looks 3 times older than him. I'm sure she's stressed out of her mind. But sometimes women have to learn to ask for help. Sometimes when it's more than you, just say, look, I cannot handle this. Please help me. I need help. I think that as African women, we're always trained to be able to handle the home front. And that is not easy. Sometimes you need help to be able to do that. And when it comes to that point, open your mouth and ask. Then it says, start by reducing her workload by hiring a maid. Then get her the kind of clothes you want to see her in. Sternly tell her that this is what you want her to start wearing from now henceforth. I'm sure she'll find it really cute and be like, my man is telling me what I should wear, you know? Then tell her sternly that this is what you want her to start wearing from now henceforth. Let her know that you want her back and she doesn't have to overwork herself because you want the wife you fell in love with initially. Oh. So we shall take the last comment, which says, imagine this table is turned around and your wife makes a pose. My husband is very wicked and inconsiderate. He doesn't want us to get a maid. So as a result, I do all the work. Consequently, I'm always tired. I am not as sharp as I used to be, and even my physical appearance has deteriorated. I now look 3 times my age. Because of kids and housework, I hardly have time to catch up with my friends and social media. So I am not current with trends. such as recent movies and songs, etc. As a result of that, people complain that I'm boring. The other day, he told me we were going to spend time in a hotel. I was so happy until we went there, and I realized my husband paid for a low class. Yo, this person is hilarious. He said, the other day, he told me we were going to spend time at a hotel. I was so happy until we went there and I realized my husband paid for a low-class, dirty hotel with cockroaches all over the place. I am so unhappy in this marriage. End of quotes. Oga, look at the mirror and you will see the problem. Stop looking for petty reasons to ruin your marriage with adultery. Fix your home. Yo, guys. This comment is actually so brilliant. Like, blows my mind how brilliant this comment is. Oh my goodness, this is so good. Okay, let's just take one last. This comment says, why is it so hard for men to understand that sex doesn't start in the bedroom? It doesn't even start at foreplay. Sex starts way before then for women. Assuming both of you work and when you get back home, you both prepare your dinner, bathe and feed the kids, put them to bed by 8:30 or 9 p.m., sit on the couch, crack open a bottle of wine, watch a movie on Netflix. If you make advances to your wife then and she doesn't jump on your bones, come back here and report her to me. Sex is physical for men, but it's emotional and mental for women. Sex will be the last thing on an exhausted woman's mind. Well said. That's very true. Oh my God. Let's just take this one. So, Oga, you have money to carry girlfriend, but you cannot afford a maid. That thing you're looking for outside, you see it. Yeah, I wish I could keep going because these comments are so good. They're just so interesting. I can't. So finally come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.